I'm trying to figure out how I felt about how the podcast went. Because I'm kind of like high standards on myself. And it's not that I felt like I did bad, but I feel like I could have done way better at maybe conducting the podcast and maybe making it more helpful for the audience. Boy.
Okay.
Nash
He's never done this before. He's never done this before, ever. And it's on camera. He loves me.
He loves you.
His tail's wagging. He's
You're
never
so cute,
done
Nassus.
this before.
So, yeah, I just want to, like...
I think that there was just a lot of, like, repeating. And so it's kind of like thoughts weren't organized ahead of time. Because it was a lot of, like, kind of saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, that's true.
Which that jumbles up your mind. Because you're like, oh, did I already say that? And then you reiterated it again.
I think what happened, this has happened before too, is I think that a topic will have more to be said on it, but really it's like the topic tonight, focusing, basically came down to
prioritizing.
Do checklists and prioritizing. That's it, right?
Focusing for your head and then prioritizing and then how to prioritize. So it kind of went from the main topic of focusing, how do you focus? You prioritize. How do you prioritize? You do this. So it kind of goes, so it's kind of like how to get to each stepping stone.
Yeah, and I feel like your solutions were great, but it was just so quick. Like, it was so simple. You just have to do it. It's like, how do you get strong? Well, you lift weights over and over and over and over and over.
How do you run a marathon? You
start
just go.
running.
Yeah, you just
go. And then you run more the next day and then more the next day. And so I felt like, yeah, you're right. I mean, we probably repeated a lot. And it was a good topic, but, that's probably what's in me, like, what I do wrong. So maybe next time... maybe next time. Okay. Oh, good boy, Nassus. My producer, Nassus, is joining us. Yeah, my dog son, Nassus. You're a good boy. You're so cute. Is it the Spider-Man kiss? The upside down kiss. I think next time, for maybe, so at one point in the podcast we talked about I could look at this two different ways to look at it, right? Like
positively, negatively.
Right. And so negatively I could be like, oh, I did bad. I did bad at podcasting. Maybe I'm not good at podcasting or whatever, which I don't feel that way. But I could look at it like that. And a lot of people probably would, or they might look at it like that. For me, I'm looking at it as like, I wish I could have maybe done that better and helped people, but I can't go back and fix it now, but I can learn about it, so future podcasts will be better. So for example, maybe next time have several topics lined up and prioritize those topics. Like we could have focus as the first topic and then have 4 more and we just get to whatever we get to, right? And that way we're not repeating the same thing about the one topic.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I think your dog's about to smash the recorder.
That's possible. I wonder how you sound. So yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
I just wanted to get your feedback on this subject.
I think that...
Do you think it would be good to have backup topics or something?
Probably. I mean, writing down the ideas and numbering them is always definitely a good thing because that's kind of like backup topics in a way of just kind of like what to focus on.
Like when I was doing the podcast with Blaze, our podcast was just to brainstorm a short film or a short skit.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. And so the whole thing was basically supposed to be ad-lib. That's what I wanted. And we did that, but we thought of the skit in like 5 or 10 minutes. And I was like, whoa, I want to keep going because this is fun. And for that one, it was easy. Well, we just make up more skits, right? But for this one, like, our topic was focusing, so I was trying to stay focused on focusing.
Well, once you cover the topic, it's okay to cut it short. It's okay, like, sweet, simple, to the point. You do this, this, and this. You just do it. Don't be lazy. You thought about it, do it.
Yeah.
Simple.
And move on. And
short video.
Talk about whatever else.
Yeah.
Or just cut it off after 7 minutes. It'd be like, okay, let's do another
that
topic.
happens.
Okay. So next time I'll see. I'm learning the craft of podcasting. So
You are.
I'm building my skills. And tonight I felt like, I didn't do so well. Well, do better next time.
I thought you did great.
Thank you, Peyton. I thought you did great too. And it was very helpful, but I wanted to get your feedback on that because it crossed my mind as we were talking after the podcast. It's like, I wonder what I could do better next time.
There's just a lot of, like, looping back to stuff we already talked about. So, like, a lot of reiterating and circling back to, which can get kind of redundant. So that's probably the feeling you felt.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the feeling of mumbling.
I did, part of it I was intentional. I wanted to reiterate over and over because it is one of those things that's simple, but it's one of those things that doesn't get done. Like, it's simple, but doesn't get done. But if, someone hears it over and over, like, they're like, okay, actually I really need to probably make a list to cure my focusing problems or on chores or whatever. But anyway, so yeah. So what do you got going on?
You built it up so much. You were like, I want to talk about something.
I did.
I can't
I
tell
wanted
you
to
what I want to talk to you about.
I wanted to get it on film, and I wanted to get your honest, like, in the moment reaction versus a brainstorm pre-thought of.
No, I was going to tell them my joke, but I probably should not.
Yeah.
What does a buffalo say to his son when he goes off to college?
This is a good one. What?
Bye, son.
I liked it.
Get it? Bison.
Because the dad's a bison.
Yeah, that was the joke.